All right, this is a quick review on percent discounts and taxes and tips and things like that where a price or something is going up or down by a specific percent. So what is the discount price of a $36 item at a 35% discount? So let me draw a picture of this real quickly. It means we have this thing that started out as a $36 item. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a discount. I put that in red so we'd see it, of 35%, which is roughly a third. So chopping off about that much of the price. And we really want to know what the new price is. We don't want to know what the discount is. We want to know what the new price is. So I would set that up as a proportion. You can set it up as an algebraic equation as well. But I would say, well, the full price, the 100% price is $36. That's the whole thing. And then I want to discount it 35%. So I'm going to put 35%, but I'm going to label it as off. So when I get this answer, I'm not going to actually be getting the answer I want. So when I find 35% of 36, which that's of course multiply your diagonals and divide by the other one, you're going to get $12.60. And some people will put $12.60 down as their answer, but that's how much it is off. That's that piece. That's what we chopped off the price. So now we need to take that 36 and subtract $12.60 to get our answer, which is, of course, $23.40 would be the answer. Another way to do it, which I like to teach as well, is just to do your subtraction before instead of after, which is if it was a $36 item originally and I took off 35%, well, what would be remaining would be 65% left. So I always say, what is 35% less than? And then we do 100% minus 35% is 65%. And now it's set up to solve again, just in a little bit different format, and you get right to your answer of $23.40. All right, Miss Mice had $60,000 in savings. During March, she increased her savings by 22%, so we're increasing, it's going up by 22%. How much does she have in savings on April Fool's Day? Well, once again, I would set it up as a proportion. And she started out with 100% of her savings, which is $60,000. And then she's going to increase it by 22%. So one thing you can do is set up like we did last time as 22%, but that's how much you increase it. If I were to draw a picture again, draw it down here. Start out with 60,000. Now she's going to find 20% of that, which would be roughly that much. And then she's going to tack that, oops, can't do that. Tack that amount on, so I guess I'll just redraw it outside the box. So now you'd have a bigger than $60,000 amount. So if you solved it this way, of course, you would multiply your diagonals, divide by the other one, and you would get $13,200, which is not the amount we want. That's the amount of the extra that we need to tack on. So we would add $13,200 to $60,000, and that would get us a grand total of $73,200. Again, we could have done this same exact problem a little bit differently. We could have said, oh, 22% more than, well, I take 100% and I tack on 22%, so that becomes 122%. And now it's not how much it increases. This is the new amount, right? The new amount is then 122%. So I multiply those two diagonals, divide, and you'll get right to your answer of 73,200. You can set these up as an algebraic equation also. What I would say is just say what you want to know. I want to know what is 22% more than $60,000. That means I need to take $60,000 plus 0.22 of 60,000 to get my total. So if I do that, you might notice you have one whole 60,000 and 0.22 of 60,000. So you really have 1.22 of 60,000, and that would get you right to your answer. All right, in the third problem, Miss Couture is at Freddy's and her bill comes to $28. She used a 20% off coupon and then was charged 9% sales tax. So it's going down a little bit and then up a little bit. And order matters here. She's not going to get she's going to get a discount on the food and then get charged tax on the new amount. So she won't be charged tax on a $28. She's going to be charged 9% sales tax on some number that we don't know yet. So let me draw you a picture of this one. So we have this $28 bill that we start out with. And the first thing that happens is we take off 20% of it. So we're chopping off this amount. Now we know it's going to be less than $28, right? And then what's going to happen is they're going to find 9% of it, which is a little chunk like this, and they're going to tack it on. Now we don't know what those numbers are yet, but that's kind of a picture of it. It's going to shrink from 28 down smaller, and then it's going to grow a little bit back up from that new number. The key understanding is that you can't do this all as one thing. You can't say, well, it's negative 20 and positive 9, so it's just negative 11. No, because that would be taking that 9% and the 20% off of 28. Only the 20% deals with the 28. So let me set this up. The 100% price is 28. It's 20% off. Well, if I take 20% off, I'm left with 80%, which is what I have to pay. So I'm just going to skip the 20% off and subtract it first. I'm subtracting the 20% off and getting 80%, and I'll solve it that way. Of course, we multiply the diagonals, divide by the other one, and we get $22.40. So now she only has to pay for a meal that costs $22.40, but she is charged tax. So again, a second step, and that's the key, we have to do it in 2 steps, not 1 step, is now the new price, the new full price is $22.40. And she's being charged 9% tax. So if I use 9%, that's fine. You'll just have to make sure you add it on to $22.40. I'm going to go ahead and say, what's 9% more than? Well, that's 109%. That pays for both the tax and the food. So that's the one that I'm going to use rather than using the 9% and get right to my answer. Of course, again, we multiply the diagonals, divide by the other one, and it comes out to be 24.416. And since we're in money, we need to round to the nearest penny. So we look behind that 1 at the 6, it makes it go up, and our answer is $24.42. So again, what happened? Well, remember, it started out as a $28 meal. They chopped off 20% of it, and it changed from $28 to $22.40. Then they found a small percentage of that, 9%, and tacked that percentage on to $22.40 to get to our final answer of $24.42.